Alright, so decided to do a video. I'm just bringing them straight off the dome. I don't really like preset plan them. Just go based on the understandings or the downloads, the uploads coming from within the heart space, within the higher self system, um, the oversoul alignment, right? And bringing it here, just sharing my experience, my journey, the process of transformation with you guys, and I hope that it helps you to understand your journey as well, because each of our journeys are see how the energy our journeys are very much our own as well as collective. So our perceptions vary based on what our programming is or what our DNA sequence is, based on our consciousness, based on the alignments, our like communications with our higher selves. So yeah. So I recently had some insights, like I would have stated in my previous video, about the heart chakra, the heart resonance, the expansion of the heart, the expansion of the consciousness, being able to tap into the heart center, and allow for that opening, like a just like a flower, right, or a lotus bud opening into its awareness, sharing its full bloom, right? Its abundance from an inside or an internal state into external creation, and not the other way around, where how society basically causes, or we go into a state of externalized projection, where we take what is from the external reality and basically allow it to impose upon our internal structure, right? That in itself creates a distortion within the consciousness, and yeah, so I've been having a lot more insight again on the heart, and allowing for the clearing process, the cleansing process, the repair process, the bringing the two into one, right? Pairing, repair, or as some would say, we are preparing. So we are in itself repairing self in preparation for the transit gate system that is coming into manifestation now. Some call it the fifth dimension, others call it we're moving into the harmonic universe 2, or a higher density of awareness, where our manifestations occur much faster than they have been manifesting or forming, shaping in previous experiences. So as the energy is increasing and we hold an alignment within our consciousness, we align to an unfoldment of beatitudes within our awareness, and we literally live within our awareness, live within the presence of our being. Manifesting our true essence as conscious creators upon this realm, this holographic structure, this holographic interface. So I had an experience a journey of actually, or more like I had a journey or an experience going into the consciousness states of my mind while reading a book called Voyagers by Ashiana Dean. So this is Voyagers 2. This is very informative when it comes to the manifestation of our planet and the galactic history that connects us with the star nations, right? So it would have gone through the process of explaining the realm dynamics of our planetary interface from the higher realms and how it came down in structure, what they call the fall of man, right? Certain aspects of the galactic history would have explained that our planet, our planetary system, or the solar system, is in itself aspects of the consciousness of through the sun portal, because the sun, if you look at certain ancient depictions, the sun in itself is reflected as a portal where various levels or aspects of intelligence actually come true, what they call a stargate. So I came to certain insights or certain reflections upon our manifestation and how the energy is coming into the planet right now. The higher intelligence or the higher forms of light communications coming down into the planetary system, moving through the grid structure, allowing for the grids then to reawaken, to activate, and this in itself lifts the planet from one state of awareness, one state of intelligence, into a higher form of intelligence, moving into the fourth density existence based on the law of one. And so is the same for our bodies as well. Our bodies, just like our planet, has a feedback interface system connected to our planet. So the energy, as the energy goes through the planet, comes from the cosmos or comes up from the core of the planet, it goes into our systems, right, as a feedback loop, a feedback interface or a biofeedback interface, where our body actually acts as a, because our body is a reflection, our body is a hologram, right, of the all. So the earth in itself as well, we have a connection with her, where we connect into the earth structure through the energetics, through the magnetic field, through the Schumann resonance, or the Schumann resonance. And just like the grids, we have our chakra alignments, we have meridians, right, within our system, within our body, and something called axial tonal lines, which connect dimensionally to different aspects of our awareness, of our consciousness, right, inside of the heart, inside of the morphogenetic field that make up our structure through the DNA template. And so what I was shown was this biofeedback interface coming into our system, and it in itself reawakens or brings our grid structure online. However, just like the earth, right, and this is why many light workers or grid workers, they travel around and they do a lot of grid working around the planet to basically clear certain densities within the grid structure, within the planetary line system. right? You can see them as electrical wires. So they're clearing the electrical wires of the system so that the communication of the information is able to travel through the planetary system, allowing again for the high rising or the moving into a higher state of awareness. Excuse me. Right? So in itself, we also have to and will go through are going through the process right now of clearing those aspects, those different layers of density within our line system or communication of lights system, right, within the body. So in itself, you can imagine like the energy essentially comes in or comes up, comes out, and it meets a block, right? This block in itself creates like a reaction cycle, or I see it as like a loop. So it reaches a block and it loops, just like how a computer would work, right? Or you see like even in the recent stuff when it comes to like blockchain, where the system reaches a block in the chain and it processes until it's able to solve, and it comes out, right? Wow, yeah. So also too are the manifestations of our reality, our perceptions, through the clearing of certain blocks, through the energy. So I've noticed personally for me, like especially when I started going through Kundalini activation and the energy started cycling through, I could feel it going up my spine, and it would reach a particular part of my back where it would burn. Like if you know like back spasms, it would kind of feel like like inflammation, right, stuck in a certain part, and I would see it manifesting in the physical reality as something that I needed to address. Yeah, and when I cleared it, either in the physical, right, because at times it would manifest in the physical. If you don't address it inside, within a certain time it would manifest in the external, right, as a direct manifestation, because it's a mirror, right? So I experienced it on both ends of the spectrum. So on the internal, so I noticed when I cleared the or allowed for the process of the block, I tuned into it, a thought came up, emotions would come up, and when I addressed them through especially through using my using your visual skills, or even simply intention, I would see the aspect of my consciousness that's tuning into the feelings and emotions, feeling love, sending love and appreciation to the aspects of this part of my consciousness that wishes for me to address, or at least the part that needs to be addressed. Bringing awareness, bringing acknowledgement, bringing love, forgiveness of self, allowing it to turn into light, or even asking or requesting for a higher consciousness to actually bring it into a balanced state, allowing for the communications then to move up or high rise, move into a higher frequency, right? If you need to let go of certain aspects of the consciousness as well, that in itself is also required in certain aspects for surrendering, right? Surrendering to ourselves, surrendering to the energy of the love from within ourselves, from within our hearts. So yeah, so as the energy moves in, moves up, it reaches certain blocks, we have the opportunity to clear those blocks consciously within ourselves. It moves up, it moves through the system, and this in itself allows for the body to move into a higher state of awareness. Your consciousness moves into a higher state of awareness, right? And I'm beginning to come into the knowing that we quantum jump into, we quantum jump into an existence, a reality that matches our frequency, our vibration, our resonance. And that's why we come into contact with so many different beings of like mind, right? Because we're literally quantum jumping, and that's why I love the interaction with the reality, where the reality brings confirmations to us through, for example, many people are seeing angel numbers. I often find when I have a resonance or a confirmation sequence going on, the wind starts to pick up within my reality. And that in itself is connected into Kundalini, connected into Christ being Kundalini, right? Crystalline consciousness, or the Kristalla. Yeah. So yeah, let me so in my notes I would have written so during the process of actually reading the book, which is the Voyager's 2 book, The Secrets of a Mentee, it would have mentioned the aspect of what they call Tara, which is fifth dimensional Earth, actually having cataclysm, because beings known as the Alanians, right, who got to a stage where they were misusing technology and the energy, and caused the core to become destabilized, and it blew a part of the consciousness of the planet, or the morphogenetic field, out of its sphere of intelligence, and it went into a sun portal or a cycle, and came out through our sun, having 12 sequences of consciousness, one left in the sun, and 11 planets. One being Marduk, which is now the asteroid field, or the asteroid belt, right? And so the book explained that they in themselves had to, because Tara, or Earth, has a higher dimensional consciousness, which is Gaia, right? In the 7th dimensional consciousness, the energy was still, because the systems in themselves feed into feed through the dimensions, because the dimensions are connected, they're interlaced, and the energy, according to them, was still coming from the 7th dimensional Gaia, coming into Tara, despite Tara having missing aspects of the consciousness, because of the explosion that ejected parts of the grid system out of the planet. So I explained that the Guardians is connected to like Syrians, which would be Syrian blues. They essentially had to bring the morphogenetic field of the 5th dimensional Earth offline, or take out portions of it so that it wouldn't feed into, so that the 7th dimensional energy would not feed into the planet, which in itself, because the planet was then missing certain aspects or had blocks, right, it would create an implosion within the planetary core. And I saw that then also through receiving connection into what I mentioned before in terms of the energy coming into our system. That's why in itself you're seeing many aspects of it right now where the energy, as the energy is coming in, some people are like imploding on the energy because it's causing a reaction cycle similar to like what happened with the 7th dimensional energy coming into Tara, 5th dimensional Earth, right? And certain aspects of our awareness, of our consciousness, have to clear in order for this energy to move through in a harmonious way, a balanced way into our system. So, and the energy is increasing exponentially. So yeah, there is no stopping what's occurring. The energy is shifting. We're moving higher into awareness. It is beneficial, again, in surrendering to the process of our unfoldment within, and I know it can be very difficult, like dealing with the deeper aspects of ourselves and like actually digging deep within your heart, within yourself. But it shifts, it definitely shifts. Yeah. Yeah, I would have gone through various aspects through my own awakening, of surrendering, learning to surrender to myself. It's an ongoing process, like all of us, right? More and more as I tune into myself, I'm able to remember more of who I am, connected to the one, the all. It's definitely a beautiful thing to be aware in this time, and we're definitely here to assist. The collective. More and more as we come into full awakening of ourselves from within. So, yeah. Yeah, that was from the heart, like yeah, like I said, I don't really when I press the button, the record button, it's whatever is to flow will flow, whatever is to be will be. The message that comes out. I did bring my book, so I did have an idea of what I wanted to share. Again, as we move into these as we move in, which is, yeah, the up is really in, as we evolve in our consciousness and as we surrender to ourselves more, to the energy, to the cosmos, to the love that is coming from within ourselves, that is originally there. Our reality shifts, our external reality, through these eyes, through the receptors of our eyes, our ears, 5 senses basically, as reflections of the inner existence, the inner experience. Through, again, perception, changes, it shifts. It definitely shifts. So the trick is to continue feeling that that awareness, that knowing within the heart, stepping out of the fear, coming into the heart. For me, it feels like a flower opening, or it can feel like wings. Sometimes you feel like wings, almost like the awareness of, you can imagine like wings coming out your back. Man, it feels like wings coming out of my heart, right? And feeling a center, not a sine wave, but like a point of consciousness. Yeah. So follow that awareness, follow that. It's a subtle feeling of, I guess some people call it bliss, the bliss feel. Trust in your heart. Trust in your heart. And so much will unfold for you. I'm here. I'm here for you all. You can leave comments down below. You can email me. You can book a session. I do private sessions through either Zoom, WhatsApp, or Messenger, right? Whichever is aligned for you or in resonance. Yeah. I will essentially assist you in aligning to your higher consciousness through awareness, through what I call crystalline living within the heart as it unfolds more. Our crystalline heart, our kristalla, our kundalini, our divine lotus of life. So hold firm in your awareness that we are moving into a much greater phase of our reality, of our existence. And again, trust in your heart. Wholeness to you all. And may the love from your heart emanate, shine brighter in this world, bringing a balance and harmony of communication to all who exist here. Wholeness.